What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well today. I am joined by Tristan HOATH. Tristan is coming out of Canada, making his first appearance at the Strongest Man on Earth, and I know he's excited to compete. But how are you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing good. Very excited. Had a busy summer so far. Giants live last weekend, North Americans this coming weekend, and then looking forward to the strongest man on earth after that.
I love it, man. Well, for people that don't maybe know you or aren't as familiar with you, maybe give just a quick background on yourself and how long you've been, how long you've been training strongman, competing, that type of thing.
You bet. Yeah, so I started in 2018, just training in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Went to nationals in 2019 and I won amateur nationals. So I won my Canadian pro card at that point. 2020, I went to the Arnold, the amateur, didn't do too good. But then 2021, went to Canada's Strongest Man, placed fifth. 2022, did one competition, tore my bicep. So that ended that season. And then 2023 came back with a vengeance. Ended up, I won the Magnus for Magnuson Classic in November. 2024, this year went to Martinique and I won the Strongman Champions League show there. Got my invite to WSM 2 weeks before the competition. Ended up placing fifth at World's Strongest Man. And then following that, got my Giants Live invites where I finished fifth at Strongman Classic as well. North Americans this weekend and got my invite for Strongest Man on Earth. So it's been a busy year.
100%, man. Well, it's a very upward trajectory for you in the sport, and obviously, getting on, the stages that you have speaks volumes, and for you to step up and perform the way that you have is very, very important, right? And exciting, obviously, for you. So I know that you're excited coming in, looking at the events, and based on your training, how things are going with training. What events are you the most excited about coming in here to the Strongest Man on Earth?
I think the two biggest events I'm most excited for, the one has got to be the wheelbarrow tractor pull. I just watch your videos, watching the whole setup and using, odd objects type of deal is very exciting. Everybody, like no one has an advantage with that if it's going to be different for everybody and there's no way to train it. So that's going to be a good one. And then the second one that I'm most excited for is your power medley at the end, the fingers to power stairs. Just, it's different, it's hard, it's taxing, and it's gonna be the last event. So it's leave it all on the floor then.
I love it. I love it. Is power stairs something you're comfortable with?
So far, yeah, like I've done them at JF's hosted it a couple of times and I've been able to do it once as an amateur and then once as like in Canada's Strongest Man. And out of those, you've done those power stairs, but I didn't finish the last step. I was like half a second too short at Canada's Strongest Man in 2021. So it's a
Yeah,
good event for me, but looking forward to finishing it.
I love it. I love it, man. Well, that's really exciting. That, and I'll tell you what, that power medley is I'm excited to see you guys get after that. Because it's something where I know that you've got a good grip for sure, and I think a good grip is going to be massively required with that, not only for the wheelbarrow but for the arm over arm with the tractor. That's
Oh yeah.
very it's very unforgiving, right? Like it's just you have to work the whole time to get it moving. So I'm pumped, man. I think those are going to be fun, and I think the crowd's really going to enjoy seeing the farm equipment out there on the floor. Just because it's not something you normally see people pick up and move and pull around. So that'll be a heck of a lot of fun. So those events you're excited about. What events, if any, in the contest are you maybe concerned about, or training hasn't gone the best, or something like that, where you're looking to conserve points going into them?
The one major event I've had issues with is just squatting. It's just one of the weakest lifts I have. So I know the weight's heavy. It's if I get it, it's gonna be a PR. So just trying to figure out the last couple weeks here, how I want to, if I want to wrap or sleeve or tighter sleeve, whatnot. So working with a couple of those variables to figure the squat out for sure.
I love it. I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, I think there's probably going to be a few guys in that boat, right? Like that, one rep, 2 reps, 3 reps might be massive, massive points in that
Yeah.
event. It's kind of, keeping that type of mindset is good, where it's like, hey, walk out and what I will say is if it's a PR weight for you, the crowd energy is going to be ridiculous. So you whatever power you have, you can like level it up by 5 or 10%, because it'll be next level, man. So
Oh yeah.
that's
Everybody
really,
shows
really,
up on game day.
yes. Well, that's where you want to have your best performance anyway, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's really exciting. So looking at the contest, obviously the lineup is crazy this year. You got, eight crazy hard heavy events for you going in. What I like in the back of your head, what are you thinking is a win for you, right? Like, I mean, is there a certain spot where you're like, hey, I'm coming in, I'm shooting for top 5, I like that's what I want? Or I mean, how are you feeling going in?
Overall, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty confident. Look at the events. I know I can get some decent points on a handful of them, and then trying to manage or scrape by and just get do what I have to do to get points. But overall, looking at it and seeing knowing the competitors, knowing the events, knowing myself, I'm expecting around like a top half, like mid pack, like 8-ish, 8-7 is kind of what my range is for this show.
I love it, man. Well, I tell you what, with the lineup, it's something to be said for once you start cracking into that, especially the top half is I mean, there, especially for you where you're at with your trajectory and your strongman career, on this type of stage, if you step up and do that, man, it's going to be very, very impressive. So, that's what I would say is keep your head down, focus on you, and that consistency, as you well know, is what's going to win it, because you can come out and crush one event, but if the next one you fall down, there's 16 points possible here. So, you can go up or down very, very quickly. And it's the competitors that can kind of stay where they're getting decent points on every event. At the end of it, man, it's going to really pay off.
Yeah, exactly. I know a handful of the events are going to be good for me. A couple of the events are going to be a little bit tougher, but in the end, yeah, like you said, it's just the consistency and getting your points where you can and maintaining that positioning.
Is there other goals that you want to try to achieve, like going into let's just say like the manhood stone event? What's the stone? Is there a stone you're kind of have your sights set on going into that one?
Yeah, I mean, I know Wes touched on it too, but the Canadian record's kind of up in the air right now. So I think the heaviest stone we've loaded up north is a 490 stone. So either of us or any of us hitting that 500 stone is going to be huge.
Yes.
So I just got a 500 stone at the gym. So I've been trying to train on that one. The 450's gone up. That one's no issue there. The 500 is a little bit tougher. So working on that one. But the 500 or 550, if it comes on game day and it's there, that's going to be huge.
That's I tell you what, man, that's exciting. So you said you got a 500 though to mess
I
around with.
got a yeah, I got a, we got a 22-inch five. It's 502 pounds.
Awesome, man. Have you given it an attempt yet?
Yeah, so we got it a couple weeks ago, just before Giants Live. So I gave it a shot. Just missed lapping it. So
Okay.
I got it off the floor. It's just positioning, just trying to work on that. So, but I think the 500, if I can lap it, it's going to be going up.
So it's for you with the stones, is it more a problem getting it from the floor to your lap than the second part of the load?
Yeah, I think just I've never the 450 or like the 460 at WSM is the heaviest I've ever had an attempt on.
Yep.
So going from the 50-pound jump was a little bit heavy, but it was the transition from picking it to getting the lap was the issue. I think once I'm up, it's the 48 inches, it'll be loaded for sure.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited to hear that. So I'm sure it'll be a game time decision, but I mean, you guys, not all of you kind of battling on that 500 or 550. I tell you what, I think that there's a lot of points that are going to fly around there. And it'll be very interesting to see the strategy and then who can walk out and I think that um the crowd excitement, because that's the end of day one, right? Like everybody walking in, and everybody's going to want to end that day on a high note. And those stones, like I just got to see it. Well, I haven't got them yet, but they're packed up and ready to come, and they are gorgeous, man. So it's like the stage is going to be set. The platforms you guys are going to load over are all custom done and all that. So
Oh wow.
it's gonna be ridiculous. Like I'm literally that event. I'm jealous because that's the one event I wanted to have in strongman, like when I got to compete. So it's time to put it in for you guys for sure. But I'm pumped. I'm really pumped for that one. So, well, I tell you what, man, I know a lot of people are excited to see what you can do stepping out on that stage, and I know that there's you're probably putting a lot of pressure on yourself, more so than even other people are with expectations, but you walk in and crush it, man. I know that a lot of people are going to get behind you, and once you have that first introduction, it'll all the nerves will go away and you'll be ready to rock. So
Oh yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it, and appreciate the opportunity, and can't wait to throw down with guys we've looked up for, and haven't had a chance to compete against Thor yet. So I know I
yeah,
get some training in with him next week when he's in town. So that's going to be huge, and kind of set us both on the right path for strongest man on earth.
that's incredible, man. Well, I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview, and obviously give Tristan some love in the comments. If you want any more information about the strongest man on earth, about the Shaw Classic weekend, any of it, click the link below the video. We really appreciate the support, and the excitement is definitely building heading into this contest, man. I can just it's like you can almost feel it. You could just feel the tension going. So it's going to be good. So I wish you the best with the rest of your prep. Obviously, you have your contest this weekend up there in Canada. Hope that goes great, man, and you crush it, and then walk in here healthy, ready to rock and roll.
You bet. Yeah, looking forward to it. Can't wait, and thanks.
100%, brother. Well, we're gonna sign off there. We're gonna let you. I'm sure you got to eat or something, and get some recovery in. So I wish you all the best, man, and we'll see you in Colorado soon.
Thanks, Brian. See you shortly.